Listen, I decided to make a video for the people that have been asking what I would do with $100. I'm just going to tell you exactly how it is and go straight into it because I don't want to waste your time. Now, this video is going to be about if I had a $100 bill, exactly what I would do, knowing everything that I know now, in order to actually become who I am today with that $100 bill. Now, I think it starts with setting realistic expectations. That you're not going to become a millionaire with $100 in your bank account. Knowing that you're not going to make thousands and thousands of dollars a day with $100. And if somehow you flip $100 into $1 million, it's not going to be sustainable because you know absolutely nothing about the market and you either got lucky or something happened and you got lucky. This is literally how it came down to it. You didn't build the proper foundation yet. It's like you built the roof without the house underneath of it. So if you want to properly learn how to trade and actually have this for a long time, not a short time, then I suggest you build your foundation. And how on earth are you going to build your foundation with a $100 bill? Listen, you're not. You're not going to use that $100 whatsoever. And I would suggest, even though I hate this, I would suggest paper trading for a little bit just to get used to what the heck you're doing. You have no clue what you're doing. You're seeing charts, you're seeing candles, you're seeing, all this stuff, MACD, RSI, this and that. You have no clue what you're looking at. So there's no point of risking any sort of money into that if you have no clue what you're doing, especially if you only have $100. So listen, I would hop on paper trading and, later in this video, I'm going to tell you, get right out of that as soon as possible because it's not really how you trade whatsoever, but hop on a paper trading account and then figure out what you're doing, figure out how to use the softwares and everything like that. I personally use TOS, but you can use whatever. And figure out where you stand with your strategy. What strategy are you going to be using? And this is where you just search up on YouTube and you look up day trading strategy, scalping strategy, swing trading, whatever meets your criteria because not every single person trades the exact same way. I am a scalper. It might not work for everyone else. I don't care. It works for me though. It might work for you. It might not work for you. But this is where you figure it out. What works for you and what doesn't work for you. You can scalp trade, you can swing trade. There's a lot of stuff you could do, but as long as you're trading, you're good to go. And this is where you find yourself with this paper trading. And then once you start to put in the hours, start putting the work, and you start to actually make some money paper trading, you might get ahead of yourself and start putting money into a real account and then you're going to blow it. So don't do that. What I want you to do is get a job to where you can put $500 to $1,000 into an account. That's when you can start trading. Once you're profitable with a paper trading account, and once you have $500 to $1,000 in a real live account. Because let's be honest, you're not gonna learn anything with $100, nor can you even buy any option contracts under $100, unless you're just buying poverty contracts, which I like to call it. Because these contracts are way too volatile, they move way too much. Commissions are gonna kill you on that. It's just not worth it. But don't take it from me. I don't know what I'm talking about. The other thing I see a lot of people do before they even start making money is they start spending. This is the reason why you have $100 in the first place, is because you start spending money to try and look rich when you're not rich yet. People are buying Jordans, for instance, and you have less than $500 in your bank account. Why are you spending that much money on shoes to impress other people that don't care about you? When you're at your lowest, do you think they care about you? No. So why are you trying to prove a point buying all these Jordans and stuff like that, buying Givenchy, buying Versace shoes and stuff like that, all to impress someone that does not care about you? So what I want you to do is take that out of your GOAT cart, out of your StockX cart. If you have any and you have less than $500, why do you have those shoes in the first place? Listen, your job is to get rich, not look rich. Looking rich comes after being rich. And even when you are rich, most people don't even try and look rich because they got nothing to prove. So this is where you start stacking up your bread, get a job, anything you got lying around, stuff like that. Go ahead and sell it. Why not? You're trying to get rich. Because that's personally what I would do. If I only had $100 in my name, every single shoe is coming out. I'm selling it right to go. But this is where you find yourself. Now, once you have $500 to $1,000, you're profitable paper trading and you kind of understand your strategy, don't get ahead of yourself just yet because this is where it actually starts getting hard. That was all the easy part. Getting $1,000 is not that hard compared to actually trading itself. And paper trading is nothing compared to actually trading because, let's be honest, there's no emotions with paper trading whatsoever. And that's exactly why trading is so hard. If there was no emotions, trading would be the easiest thing in the world. So what would I do with the $500 to $1,000? Remember, this is all about building up your foundation while stacking bread at the same time, because trading is not going to be your only source of income, nor is it going to be even a source of income just yet with a $500 to $1,000 account. You need to learn how to control your risk. These are the biggest things that took me so long to figure out, and I want you guys to figure it out way quicker than I did. So how are you going to do this? The biggest mistakes that I made was risk management related. I would literally hold my losers to zero, and if you're just starting out, you're like, bro, it's not that hard just to sell, or it's not that hard just to, buy at the right time, meaning hesitation and stuff like that. And for the people that don't get it yet, just give it a couple months. Once you start to actually live trade, you're going to feel the difference, and you're going to look back in this video and be like, oh crap, he is right. Because these are the biggest mistakes that I had to overcome, or else I would not become profitable whatsoever. So what did I do, right? Remember, my risk management was the biggest problem, not selling at the right time. So what I want you to practice is selling every time it hits your stop loss. Like literally practice just stopping out. Like really focus on that. Don't even focus on your profits. Focus on something you could really control. And the only thing you could really control when trading is your stop loss. You could sell at any single time. And what I didn't do was sell at the right time to where my stop loss was, because I thought, I'm just going to give it a few more minutes and stuff like that. And the next thing you know, instead of being down 10%, now I'm down 30. I'm already down 30. Like, I'm just going to give it some seconds. Then I'm down negative 50%. And the next thing you know, I'm going to hold it till the end of the day, and now I'm down 100%. So that's exactly what I want you guys to not do. The other thing I want you guys to figure out is not to hesitate. The reason why most people hesitate is because they don't want to take a loss, or they don't want to mess up something, like if they were green the day before. But it's like, if you're trading with $1,000, this is your time to build your foundation. I want you to practice selling at the right point on your stop loss, and then selling at the right time with your profits as well. Because yes, you could optimize your stop loss. You could have a 70% win rate, but if your profits aren't near what you lose on every single trade, you're not going to be profitable unless you have a high win rate, and it's just not sustainable long term. So I want you guys to practice at least that 1-to-1 risk to reward. If you lose 10% on every single trade, I want you guys to practice making at least 10% every single trade. Learn that risk to reward. Learn to stick to your plan. Learn to stick to your rules. Don't overtrade. At most, I'll be taking is 4 trades a day, and that's even rare. I'm usually around 2 trades a day. But I want you guys to really practice on just sticking to your plan, following through with your plan, because that's the biggest problem. And even today, a lot of people can't stick to their plan. Their stop loss is here. Their take profit is there. They sell way before the take profits hit, and then they let their stop loss, they just start lowering it down a little bit, and now they're at a negative 15% loss instead of a negative 10% loss. If you just followed your plan, you will be profitable. And a lot of people can't follow their plan because their foundation, when you guys, in your position right now, you guys are in a great position because you guys didn't make any bad habits. The problem is a lot of people did not build their foundation right. And then when weather comes, when, there's a bad week in the market, tears their entire house down because they didn't put the proper foundation. So this is why I want you guys to really focus on sticking to the plan, sticking with it, and make sure you don't hold past your stop loss. If your stop loss is here, you sell there. Journal. Make sure you don't keep making the same mistakes, because the mistakes are there for a reason. I want you to make mistakes. Even though it sounds so weird, why do you want me to make mistakes? Why do you want me to lose money? Because this is where you figure out your weaknesses as a trader. Once you figure out why you're not profitable, you become profitable. I mean, that is how it works, right? If you know your mistakes, then you can figure out your weaknesses. If you figure out your weaknesses, you can turn them into strengths. And then where's your weaknesses at? You're going to become profitable. And I wish I had this video when I first got started, but that's how we're going to be building this foundation. Literally set the rules, stick to the plan. Once you have around $500 to $1,000, then you can start to actually put money into a live account and just start practicing. But I really want to emphasize starting out with a proper foundation is going to be the biggest thing to become profitable in a couple of months to a year versus taking up to 3 to 5 years. And a lot of people are setting bad habits early, which is why it's taking them so long to become profitable. It's going to take them 3 to 5 years. Where some people that I know that literally watch my videos religiously, they became profitable in 6 months, which is insane. But it's possible if you just build the right foundation and do everything exactly how you're supposed to. but we all know that's not going to happen, and it's very rare. Again, this is what I would do if I had to start with $100. If you guys like these videos, make sure you guys subscribe, leave a like. If you guys like the non-edits, let me know. If you guys like the distracting edits, then also let me know as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.